some folks coming forward. Well, here is a pop liturgical quiz. What church season are we in right now that came after Christmas that started with the star? Yes. Epiphany. Wonderful. Who knows what liturgical season comes after Epiphany that helps us get ready for Easter? It's a long season of 40 days that helps us get ready for Easter. Yes?
Pentecost.
Yeah.
Pentecost is going to be right after Easter. That gets us ready for the summer. Yes? Lent. Yes. The 40 days of Lent. Now, here is the $10,000 question today. What day is the first day of Lent? What starts it? I'm going to give you a couple hints. It's not this Wednesday, but it's next Wednesday. We call it a special name. What kind of Wednesday is it? Yes.
The 8th of February.
The 8th of February. That's a good date. I'm looking for a little word that goes in front of Wednesday that has to do with these little guys. Hold on to that for a second. Now, who can tell me what one it is?
Ash Wednesday.
Wonderful. Ash Wednesday. That gets us started in Lent. And I was in the sacristy this week, and I was getting ready for Ash Wednesday, and I got out the container, and I noticed that there's a little problem with the container. Can anybody see inside the ashes? Does that look like enough ashes to you to make the Ash Wednesdays, all the services, all the people that come? It doesn't look like it's enough, does it? It isn't. So I thought maybe you would help me make some more ashes. And do you know how in the church we make the ashes of Ash Wednesday? I bet nobody does, because not many people talk about it. The ashes of Ash Wednesday come from Palm Sunday. When you wave the palms in the air, you know when Jesus is coming to Jerusalem for Holy Week before Easter and Good Friday and Easter, everyone's waving the palms. Who's waved palms? You've come to church and waved palms before? Well, those palms, something happens to those palms when they've been sitting around a long time. Sometimes people make crosses. Have you ever made a cross? You've made a cross? You can hold on to that cross. You've made a cross. Who else has made a cross? Have you made a cross? Okay, you can hold on to the cross. Some people make crosses. The palms dry out, and then we burn the palms to make the ashes. So I thought that's what we would do today, is we're going to light a fire. And we're going to burn the palms. Okay? Yes! So in order to do that, I need to have everybody stand behind the blue tape. All right? You all get behind the blue tape. Good. Now I'm going to take one of these palm crosses here, just like this. And we're going to be waving. Imagine Jesus is waving these palms because everyone is very excited that Jesus has come to Jerusalem because they think he's going to conquer the world. And he's going to be a king who's going to reign forever and ever by conquering the world. But you know, Jesus has something else in mind. He is going to die on the cross instead. And the special message that's going to come from this, I'm going to share with you in just a second. So Carolyn, I'm going to put this right down here in the sand and just put your cross right here. We're going to make some ashes right here, just like this. There we are. We're going to get this going. And this is how we make the ashes for Ash Wednesday. We burn the palms. And when the palms are all burned and the ashes are all, like, you see how it got all nice and crisp like that? And then we grind it all up, and there are some ashes for Ash Wednesday right there. We grind those all up and we put them in the little jar. And when you come to the service on Ash Wednesday, you make the sign of the cross on your forehead. Who's had the cross of ashes made on their forehead before? Yes, you have. And that reminds us that we belong to God. We all belong to God. And even Jesus, after Jesus dies on the cross, he raises up again on Easter, right? And so that when we die, we rise up too. When we turn into ashes at some point, we don't, all of us turn into ashes, because our soul that belongs to God, that God made, goes on forever and ever and lives and never dies. And that's what Ash Wednesday does. It reminds us we belong to God, and our soul belongs to God, and it belongs to Jesus. And with the power of Jesus' resurrection, we'll be with God forever and ever. And nothing will separate us from the love of God. Nothing can take us away from God's love, ever. And that's one of the big things that happens on Ash Wednesday. So we've made some more ashes here. We haven't made very many. I think I'm going to have to make even more, but they don't let me do too much fire in here. They only let me do a little bit of fire. You could see where it could be dangerous to do too much inside the building. So anyway, there are ashes. We'll have Ash Wednesday. And when is Ash Wednesday going to come? It's going to come a week from this Wednesday, right? And it's going to start off Lent. And we'll talk more about Lent the next time we all get together in March. I think we'll talk more about Lent then. All right. Amen.